So as children's directors, we all have to consider needing to recruit and train teachers. Invariably, whether we like it or not, sometimes we don't know what to do, and we fall into the pattern of doing it out of guilt or obligation. What I'd like to do is to share with you three ideas or focus models that I have developed over the years. The first is, kind of feels a little clichéic, but it's true, it's biblical, is to pray. We need to seek the Lord for the direction of our ministry and the type of teachers and how we're going to train them, what the ministry is going to look like. That leads into my second point, which is the need for a vision. God has created us to be co-creators, to be visionaries, to have ideas. And so with that, we can come up with ideas on our own. But what's most important is that our ideas, especially when it comes to discipling and teaching our children, is that it comes from the Lord. The Lord told Habakkuk to write down the vision so that the herald could run with it, to share it, and to have patience that it would come about. The point of that for us, though, is to understand that the vision comes from the Lord. So it's why we need to pray and say, Lord, help us to know, what do you want us to do? What type of people should I be looking for? How do I train them? And that leads to my third point, is understanding the need for having a plan. Because a vision is only so good as you are able to put meat to it, to put feet to it. And so I have discovered that over the years, it takes relatively about 3 years, or at least 3 years, to develop such a ministry plan, a vision, where we can effectively recruit the teachers that God is calling us to implement this vision. The first year I call the observation year, and that is the year when you're really beginning to do your prayer and your vision search. In that time, you're looking for volunteer leaders that will help you so that you are not doing it all on your own. Then the second year is where you are going to actually, well, you begin this in the first year, in the observation year, developing it, but in the second year is your building year. This is the time when you are actually going to start training your people. You're going to train them in two ways. The first is the big picture, the vision. You want them to see what the vision is, to believe the vision. But they're not going to get it all at once. You're going to have to model it for them. You're going to have to coach them and bring them along. The second aspect of the training you want to focus on then is the nuts and bolts. Not only what they're doing, or even why they're doing it, the purpose, but when are they doing it? How are they doing it? When do the children go outside? When do the children stay inside and do snack? Finally, the third year is what I call ownership. And this is when you're going to transfer the ministry. The people have begun to get it, and they're beginning to get excited about it. And they are going to help you recruit and find the people that are ultimately going to develop this ministry, this vision that God has given you. I would add one final point that I think is really important, and that is that you need to have a start date. Don't worry about if you have all the answers. Don't worry about if you have everything figured out. Just do it.